think it's fair to say that speed cameras are one of the most unpopular things in modern motoring. Everybody hates them pretty much. I don't think anybody actually likes them. Yes, some people may say they keep the roads safe, but they do have the feeling of being a money-making machine for local police forces, local councils, local governments, things like that. It doesn't really keep the roads that much safer, in my opinion, especially with the way that people drive these days. And in fact, there is evidence to back up this claim, because a town in Ohio in the United States has been caught. They have been caught cash grabbing via speed camera scams, and they have got in serious trouble for this. Let's also see if this is something that is happening in other places around the US and other countries as well. Because I'm telling you now, here in the UK, there is 100% an emphasis on trying to maximize revenue when it comes to catching people speeding. I know people will say don't speed, and that's obviously the way not to get caught, and I do agree with that. But the way they position these cameras, it's very, very dodgy, to say the very least. But let's have a look at what this town in Ohio was doing. So it's one thing to try and catch people out speeding, but you can normally contest the claim. Even if you don't have a leg to stand on in court, you can still go to court if you want and challenge the decision of the lawmakers. However, that wasn't really happening in this town in Ohio. Willoughby Lakes in Lake County, Ohio has just axed its controversial policy in which drivers wishing to fight a traffic camera fine had to hand over a $25 filing fee, as they put it. And that was simply to log an appeal against the fine. And for the offender in this case, it was essentially a lose-lose situation, and would have no doubt put some people off appealing the decision, even though the price of this was significantly less than the fines themselves, which usually range anywhere between $150 and $300. But this fee was unconstitutional. It was illegal, and effectively this $25 was being pocketed by the local authorities. In fact, unsurprisingly, this ended up in a lawsuit. Bobby Taylor, who was the attorney for the plaintiffs in this case, said, quote, "The Constitution protects the right to due process over a law. The Constitution protects the right to due process of law before citizens are deprived of their property, which of course includes money. Essentially, you shouldn't be charged just for the right to challenge these decisions. Forcing someone to pay a fee to prove their innocence goes against this principle." And shockingly, this is not the first time this has happened. This actually had happened previously in Ohio as well. There was a similar case a number of years ago in Peninsula as well. Unsurprisingly, the police denied the claims that this was being used purely to pocket the profit. Police Chief Matthew Nagile of Willoughby Hills Police Department said that the fee actually came from the court themselves rather than the city, and denied that the scheme incentivized officers to pump out traffic violation tickets and get more money for the department. But regardless of that, in theory, these cameras should be used to actually make the roads safer, to protect the citizens from speeders, to de-incentivize people from speeding and provide a punishment if they do so. It shouldn't be about the money, but clearly it is. I think their lawyer Taylor put it really well, to be honest with you, on this last quote. Although public safety is an important goal, it cannot come at the expense of constitutional rights. There you go, guys. But yeah, incredible stuff, guys. But what do you think? Is this something that's happening across the US right now? Like I said, here in the UK, this is absolutely rampant, without a doubt. The amount of mobile speed cameras that we see that are located in vans and cars and stuff like that, it is all designed to catch you out. And if you've not got your wits about you, you will be fined very heavily. And if you do it a number of times, you may well lose your driver's license as well. But yeah, let me know if this is a big problem in the US as well. Going off of this, it's at least a big problem in Ohio. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this, guys, and have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.